So tonight, I partnered with our friend Cristiane here. She comes all the way from Tampa, and we intend to talk about seek and you should find for um, for a few meetings here, for a few encounters that we have. Tonight, we're going to talk specifically about finding our soul. We're not having a regular talk, so it's going to be very bullet point, very summarized. Christiane and I, we started to study some um, books, some works from authors that we find a lot of similarity. What's out there, we have a lot of work in meditation because the program is meditation and spiritism, and we're trying to find the links with the spiritist doctrine. And tonight I'll let Christian expand on it. We found this book called "The Seat of the Soul," and it's so good that it matches to finding our soul. Seek and you shall find. But if we don't find ourselves, we don't find our souls. What's to find, right? We're looking for things, and for values, for hopes, and we don't even know who we are. Where is our soul? What's so? With this book was so interesting. It does not align 100% with the Spiritist doctrine, but it talks about reincarnation. It talks about evolution. It talks about this path that we have to be not just this sensorial being, right? Just the sense that we have, but be multisensorial. So it's very interesting, and I'm gonna call Christiane in a sec, and the idea is for us to add that to our knowledge, to our checklist of things. Am I doing what I'm supposed to do, or I just it's just another day? Am I living my full power, or it's just another day? Just another day, just another day, just another day. It's gonna come a time that our day will come, and then how many quality days, quality finding our soul. Did we find yet? It might take some time. We might not. We'd be surprised. But that's what we intend to do here tonight, and continue this conversation as we move forward. So every last Thursday of the month we do it. And then after her introduction to the theme, we will then have a meditation after she finishes, and then I will conclude it with a vibration, and then we go to the passes. And then our brother team will take over. So with that, I'll call your Christiane to talk to us. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Like Valdo is saying, it's just not another day. Did you all see the same moon that I saw on the way here? This is just not a regular day. When we are in a planet, when you can be going about your business and you have that kind of vision, it's just telling us, come on, we got this. We have everything we need, right? So this is what this book that Valdo was talking about mentioned. The Seat of the Soul is a book that I found, and I fell in love with it. As he said, it's not a spiritist book, but it does have so many similarities. And again, the teachings of God, the teachings of the more evolved masters that crossed our path throughout our evolution, they don't always have to come from the same line of thoughts that we have. They come from all kinds of lines, and we all go through the same path. Like when you ask the Dalai Lama, what is the best religion? You think, oh, he's going to say Buddhism. And he actually answered, the best religion is the one that speaks to your soul and brings the best of you into the world. Sometimes your religion is nature. Sometimes your religion is not to be following anything with certain dogmas or anything very strict, but it's your connection to your soul that makes you a better person. So if that makes you go through your life feeling like you participate and you have your purpose fulfilled, That's your religion. So the human species here, we've been longing to transcend from religiosity, spirituality, into something a little bigger, which is always that question that we have. Who are we? What are we doing here? And sometimes when we go about our day and everything is going wrong, I'm like, oh, are you for real? Yeah, I keep making the same mistakes again and again, and I fall again with that same pattern. And I feel like, come on, you got this, and you keep making the same mistakes. And then you see the moon and you say, okay, I can do better. And and the world is here to remind me that I can do better. And this is why we're gonna explore today this getting in touch with that soul. We talk about evolution as we evolve from beings very simple, like the ocean, when it was first created, the first beings were very simple, one cell, right? And we kept on evolving until we got to this very complex, high-functioning human species, which is us. So we are on the top of the food chain. Yes, we are on it. We are the ones who can think, have free will, and can make decisions onto how we're gonna go this or that way. So we are on the very top. However, we mess it up all the way to the bottom. And we do it again and again, and then we mess up our rivers, we mess up our environment, we mess up our animals. So here we are on the very top with the power to do great things and better things, and we end up messing up all the way to the ones who didn't ask for any of that. So we're not always performing at our best level. So our goal is to be performing at our best level. We're still learning, yes. Every day is a new learning opportunity for us. This book brings us something that it resonates with me a lot about the people that we have used as our guide, the people that are well known, that impacted our lives. When you say Gandhi, when you say Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela, the people that we saw doing something that made us think, he had it rough, but he made something that still resonates with me, and it shows how powerful the mind, the desires, the decisions of a human being can impact generations afterwards. And we think, oh, he's a great person, I'm not there. That is for all. Martin Luther King, he's there, I'm here. We're not even gonna go into Jesus, because then it's really, it's just an intention to look at Jesus as our guide. But we have people that are closer to us, and we choose to not even compare ourselves to them because they are way ahead of us. And the common denominator of all these people that have impacted our lives in a positive way have to do with transcending from that living the world of day to day with the fear of, I need to be the best, not better than what I can possibly be, but better than him, better than her. It's not how I can do because my heart tells me to do. It's more like, I'll do it so they can think I am the coolest thing around. I'll do it so they can praise me. I'll do it so nobody says that I'm a bad person. So it's never about what we're doing for the reason, the purpose of doing it. It's mainly to be at peace or blessed and praised by the ones around us, or to avoid being talked down to. So it's never about what we have to do. It's mostly about how we perform for others. And again, every time we're doing things for others, we are in a competition mode. And when we are in a competition mode, for me to win, you have to lose. And that's when things go south. Because for me to win, you have to lose. It's me on the top of the food chain messing up the rivers, because the money I make by doing something, building, working on a development here that will mess up the rivers 20 years down the road is not a problem, because I will win now and the nature will lose later. And this is when we go wrong. We use our power of being on the top to be aggressive towards the ones who are on the bottom. And this also happens within us as the species. The people who are in power, they tend to use their power to talk down to others, to disrespect others, to take advantage of others, exploitation, and all the long list. Again, for me to win, you have to lose, because it's a competition. The minute we decide to go into cooperation, working together, for me to win, you also have to win. That's when we flip that coin and we say, okay, now we can make something happen. Because if for me to win, you have to lose, we have to go back to the drawing board and start it again. We're going to have to address it until we all can win. There is always a solution where we all can win. That's the compromising. And these people, these amazing people that have impacted our lives, were those people. They weren't thinking about winning the Nobel Prize, winning the top celebrity of the year. They were worried about, how can I make a difference in somebody else's lives? Not even the ones that are near me, the ones that I don't even know, that will be impacted later. Like when you get the right to vote. That person got to vote, but it's generations and generations after that that he's going to impact the other people in his life. So when you think about others instead of thinking about you, that's when we start to see the world from this transcendent way, not the senses of, I feel this, I taste this, I touch this, from all the 5 senses that we're normally looking at as human beings. But for you to go there, it becomes a little uncomfortable, because people think you're crazy, you are out. Meditation is now so much easier, but it used to be like only the crazy people meditate, only the ones who are a little cuckoo head will meditate. No longer. Now it's in. Now you even have advertisement on TV about meditation, because now it's a good thing, but it never was. So it's important that we understand that these people that impacted our lives before, they went through this process of being uncomfortable. How they weren't always sure. They had to dwell with themselves. How do I go about this? How do I go with my purpose, what my heart is telling me, and still be looked at a real normal person instead of thinking that I am crazy? So this is what this book taught. You got to give yourself a chance to experiment the transcending from just living this mundane, small little being that is contracted into what I feel, what I do, and the consequences of just here, into giving permission to go to the next step. When you tap into your intuition, the intuition, what we learn from within, and nobody can give us that. Only we can give ourselves the intuition. We all have a different history, so we all are going to learn from our story, from what we had before. We go to the book of Spirits, that when they on the question 72, that talks about the intelligence of the human being. Our intelligence is based on our history and our moral level, your developmental moral level, where we are. So we all are intelligent, the Homo sapiens. We are all together there. But within this species, we are everywhere. Some of us are crawling and making more mistakes than we care to do. Others do a little jump every now and then and make some good progress, but it's all based on what we have in our history, in our history of our incarnations and reincarnations, and how we've learned. We all have studied this before. So this is why the purpose of the incarnation is so that we learn from our previous mistakes and we try to keep going. I don't think I'm even following this. I'm just doing my thing here. Okay, I was good then. The more we know ourselves, the better we know our patterns, so the better we can explore something bigger than just this life on earth as we tend to look at, just feel, touch, look, see. Those things are very important. But once we take care of our survival, we need to explore something a little deeper. So today I had a chance to read, not listen to read the poem from the presidential inauguration. And it's such a console to my heart to know that a 22-year-old girl can put into words things that we long for. And that makes me believe in the human race. If a 22-year-old girl can put all that into words, there's a chance that we will survive, that we will progress, that we will go forward. And sometimes we feel broken. We feel like we keep making mistakes and we don't go forward. She wrote something like, we are not broken. We are unfinished. I've heard this before in different ways, in different books and in different presentations, but it touched me differently because sometimes we do feel broken. We feel that we keep on facing the same challenges and we can't catch a break. And then we feel broken because we seem to not have the right tools to address. But the thing is, we are unfinished. And just to know that we'll be here, we will experience this life, and we'll be able to come back and keep on going and keep on polishing ourselves. That makes my heart sing. It's just such a relief to know, even though I will mess up, even though I will have struggles, I know that every time I give myself a chance to expand into my intuition, that I can tap into the bigger than looking at myself and looking at others in terms of serving others instead of just looking at my belly button. I am polishing and getting closer towards being finished, which is just an idea because we'll never be finished for real. But the idea of getting closer to perfection, perfectibility, not that we'll get there, but we can use that as a thought that we can visualize and where we want to go. So this is, when we look at all this and we try to put this into the category of people that have done great things for us, we tend to stay with the big names and people that did great things. But there are people very close to us that do amazing things that when we look at them, they seem too old for their age. Like the story of this girl, Malala. I don't know if you guys are familiar with her. She, from the Taliban, she was 14 years old. She was already, that person impacted the lives of many adults 3 times older than she is with her way of being. So she was tapping into her intuition at a very young age. So it's not your age. It's how you offer yourself a chance to be there and be aware of your soul. this book, The Seed of the Soul, talks about this. When you are aware, you can go through life aware of what you're going through, or you can go unaware. You're still going to go through it. When you choose to go unaware, we don't register a lot of the moral changes that we go through. When we actually choose to be aware and we look within and we learn from within, we are more aware, and that is when we expand. So our idea is not to contract. Our idea is to expand, not the body per se. We're not interested in expanding the body. You hear me? Nobody's going to expand the body. We're going to stay slim, trim, so we can walk. But expand the mind. And to do that, there is a little bit of vulnerability that is required. When I ask you guys to come with me in a meditation, you have to be taking a chance. You have to be a little vulnerable to be able to explore that. If you want to stick to what you think is right, what you think works, then you're not giving yourself a chance. So to be available for meditation is to be vulnerable to the possibilities of expanding your mind. Did I get you all with that? Transcend into the bigger you, the better you that is already there. You just are not aware of it yet. So this is the idea of meditation. Be vulnerable, be open, so we can explore something that is already there, already inside you. All we need to do is tap. Knock and you shall find, yes. Let me see what else I wrote here. And this I'm going to have to read, and I'm going to put my glasses on. This book talks about the authentic power. So the journey to the authentic power, to find this soul when you are tapping and opening and expanding. When the energy of the soul is recognized, okay, I know you there, acknowledged and valued, I will value this vulnerability. I will value this uncertainty of offering myself to meditation. It begins to infuse the life of the person, the incarnated person here. Because we use our incarnation, our physical body, to go through this experience to grow morally. So when I give the soul, when the energy of the soul is recognized, acknowledged, and valued, the human being, us here, comes fully to serve the energy of the soul. This is the authentic power. This is our tool to get to the mind, to the soul of who we are morally, and we can use this tool to learn, and we can use this tool to serve. But this tool serves the soul. This tool learns so the soul can grow into being that expansion that we're looking for. When we talk about meditation, this is the idea. Use your breath, use your positive thoughts, or use your ability to bring a thought to mind and put it aside, just acknowledging the thought. Use your posture, sitting comfortably or walking. Use your senses, let's say, to be in nature, sitting by the river and just watching nature. Use all the senses. Use the body so you can access your soul. This is the purpose of meditation, and that's what I propose. Again, as the last Thursday of the month comes our way. And if we keep on doing this, we've been doing this for over a year now. My goal is to see that you guys are going to get curious enough to do it even when we're not together here, and maybe try on your own. And then you say, I'm going to be vulnerable just a bit so I can expand. And people say, ooh, what happened there? But you will know why you're doing this. Nobody needs to know. It's your journey, nobody else's journey. Okay, so that's the idea for tonight. A little bit more of meditation with the expansion of the soul. Okay? Let's do it. Because we're talking about the senses, I'm going to do a meditation that starts grounded with the senses, and then we'll expand. Everybody ready to be vulnerable? And go with me. Relax, put your shields down, put everything away so you can really focus on this. Relax your arms. Take a deep breath and let it go. Let it go, let it go. Another deep breath. Finding ourselves in a very quiet and protected place. Nature is all around. The weather is perfect. I sit down and my body is content. No aches, no pains, no stiffness. The breath comes in and out without any effort. Inhaling pure air. The belly grows, expands, and the air comes out. No effort. We look around. Everything is so vibrant. Nature is always so vibrant. All the greens, all the textures. My eyes can see so far, and nature amazes me. I press my feet onto the ground, playing with nature. The hands touch the ground, also playing with nature. The coolest earth under my feet, fingers, feeling the textures, feeling my body with the tactile information that comes my way. To touch nature is to feel my heart. We decide to lay down and really feel the earth, the whole body pressed, and nature embraces me. I look, I feel, and I take a deep breath, making peace with the smells around me, the freshness of nature, filling my lungs, making me feel alive. I inhale one more time, very, very deeply. And my body knows the air brings me life. I see, I feel, I smell it. I take a deeper breath, and the sounds start to fill my ears. Sounds of water, insects and birds, the wind blowing, the sound of the leaves moving everywhere. My ears accept the sounds, and I feel alive. I can even taste nature. The freshness fills me up. And I feel complete, at peace. My body is content, and nature lives in me. With a deeper breath, my mind starts to wander. The expansion of the lungs, the chest, the mind expands. I find my body swimming through colors, flavors, different temperatures, different textures, and the mind wanders. I look down and I see myself laying there, happy, complete. And I expand. The colors, the flavors, the textures, the mind expands and blends with the universe. I find myself with the universe. I don't know where I start, where I end. The energy that covers me is also the energy that comes from me. The expansion continues and touches nature. I sit here and just observe, aware of my body, happy and complete, laying down, breathing effortlessly as I travel through the universe, with the universe, through the universe. I am now waves of breath. Waves of energy. And from here, I can conquer anything. I can learn anything. I can win anything. Because my winning is the universe winning. There is no room for losing. The waves of positive thoughts fill me up. The waves of pure expansion fill me up. The waves of possibilities to go from broken towards finishing fill me up. The possibility of polishing, the possibility of growth fills me up. And the breath, the wave, the colors are with me. Slowly The waves come down as a blanket over my body, protecting me and preparing me to go through life using the tool that was sacredly given to me, this body, that will serve me as a learning tool to expand my soul. The blanket covers me, and I feel prepared, empowered. I lay here, complete and content, protected by the soul that will help me expand.
As we continue this vibration of peace and inner transformation, we reflect upon the message of the Master. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door will open. At this time of being vulnerable, at this time of surrendering our minds, our good wills of doing better, we surrender to the fact that we are still seeking to find our souls, and we ask, who am I? What is my purpose? And it is in this time that our good spirits, these friends that are with us from beginning to end in immortal lives, we are reminded that we are not alone. Let's feel and receive a very warm light all around us. This is energy that comes from the most pure places that there is, and they are reserved for us, to support us, to carry us in times of doubt. Let's feel embraced. Let's feel taken care of by this motherly, this divine and pure connection between our souls and this more evolved, more loving souls that cares for us. And the invitation is always, let's go more deep inside. Let's be vulnerable to recognize that we can change. Let's recognize that we can forgive so we can be forgiven. We're living desperate times, but very good times for changes. Let this change start with us. This love that surrounds us here and every day that we don't pay attention to. It's always going to be there for us. Let's surrender to it, and let's impact those close to us in a very positive way. Let us not speak words of negativity, words of doubt. Let's bring each other up. Let's be the helping hand. Let's trust in a better future. Let's trust in a better us. Let us trust in God. Let us follow Jesus' example of forgiveness, of love, of building life from within, because we are made for perfection. We are made from love, and for love we shall live. And we close with our gratitude for all of those who made our lives possible, who keep supporting us, who keep with us. Thank you. Thank you, God, for being with us, for never giving up on us, for telling us, don't give up on yourselves, because better days will come and you're not alone. Thank you. May your love be always with us. And so be it.